Former Teen Mom cast member Jenelle Evans is speaking out after her husband, David Eason, had a warrant issued for his arrest for child AbU. Sorry, I have to say it that way so you two don't come for me. But right now she's speaking out and she's super upset. TMZ initially broke this story that Jace, Jenelle's son, snuck out of a window at David and Jenelle's home back in September, and he ended up running off in the woods, and that ended up prompting a police response after Jenelle called the police. And once the cops found him, they started looking into Jenelle and David both as a possible child neglect case, because this was the third time that Jace had run away in about a month's time. We don't know all the details yet, but what we know so far is allegedly David put his hands on Jace right in front of David and Jenelle's home, and Jace got video footage of it. So he ended up handing that over to the police. The police ended up handing over the video to CPS, and then the charges came about from police. So law enforcement sources told the Sun that Jenelle has yet to be charged, but they said there's a possibility she could eventually face charges. Jenelle came out and said she is aware there is an investigation being made into her right now. And Jenelle just got custody of Jace again this year from Barbara, and now he's back in Barbara's custody as of now. And David, I've never cared for Jenelle's husband, David, ever since the incident where he shot the family dog because it bit their youngest kid at the time. That was just super unnecessary. Like, there's so many other options you could have did. You could have got the dog adopted, and that is just so vile. And so if he's going to do that to a dog, then I have no doubt that he's doing some crazy stuff to Jace. So this is what Jenelle had to say to everything. She says, as a boy mom, kids can act up and rebel, as I'm sure the majority of all of us once did as kids too. Jace got in trouble at school, and we decided to take his phone away, and that's when he decided to run off. Jace is a good kid, and we're not dealing with anything that most families don't deal with while raising children. She also clarified that the incident had nothing to do with her relationship with David, who she married in 2017. She said, we do not argue in front of our children or fight in front of our kids. This is a teenage boy being a teenager, mad that we decided to take his phone away. But if that's the case, then how does Jace have video evidence of David putting hands on him? And it was enough evidence for them to press charges and issue a warrant for his arrest. And now, knowing what we know now, and that Jace was recording what David was doing to him, it makes me think that when Jenelle decided to punish Jace and take his phone away, he probably started panicking and was scared because of what he was enduring at the hands of David, and thought, well, if something happens to me, I'm not going to have a way to call 911. And he was probably freaking out because he didn't have a way to continue recording what he was going through. So Jenelle spoke out after she found out the warrant was issued for David's arrest. And this is what she had to say. She said, you would think police want to make a one-side police investigation. They didn't conduct interviews. They didn't ask any information from the parents. This seems like a very biased situation like every time before. Jenelle said she trusted the detective she was dealing with all her heart, and she forgot that you can't trust cops, silly me. And she said the police are subjecting David to a smear campaign and alleging that they gave details to the media about a minor and gave no F's about it. Jenelle also accused her mother, Barbara, of leaking stuff to the media, and she said, let's go to court. I've been waiting on our day. I feel so violated by this system. Wait until the day you hear the truth. You'll be begging me not to sue you. So Jenelle said that due to all this, she's now going to take a step back from social media. Jenelle said she did not trust anyone around her, and she was going MIA for a while. And her son Jace has been going through it for a while. A while back, he ended up posting on his TikTok saying that he wanted to end his life. And Jace has been on ADHD medication for the past 7 years. He was supposed to attend weekly behavioral appointments, but the courts found out that Jenelle was no longer giving Jace his medication, and she was not taking him to his weekly appointments. So he was placed into a mental health facility for a few weeks, and Barbara ended up picking him up, and he's currently in her care. And also, I do want to point out, I think I worded things wrong at the beginning of the video. When Jenelle said Jace ran off because she took his phone away, that's been the first time he ran away. But then he ran away a couple more times. The second time he had ran off, Jay said that he was just out roaming the property, looking at the lakes and the forest, and he ended up going to a local gas station nearby. And Jenelle got worried because she hadn't seen or heard from him in a couple hours, and she called the police. And a source ended up talking to the media and said that the family was fine. Jace is just becoming a teenager and he wants to explore. But this third time when he ran off, he told the police he ran off because David was putting hands on him, and he had the receipts to prove it. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Check out my lashes and cosmetics at AccordingtoAmber.com. You can shop my buy one, get one free sale on all my eyelashes. Just use code BOGO, all capital letters, and all that details will be in the description. So check that if you're interested. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.